Hello and welcome back to my retired life. Yeah, in the bottom corner here, my retired life. Thanks everybody for watching my videos. I appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in. And we're going to give you 3 things that will help you be happy in retirement. 3 little things that if you implement them, they will help you be a little less stressed, a little bit more happy. Happy's good. Happy in your retirement. Number 1 thing, don't compare yourself to anybody else. Do you. You do you. You do you do you do. There's a song there. Country song, but I don't know what it is. You do you. Don't compare yourself to the next door neighbor or try and compete with him. It just doesn't work. Because there's so many different levels of retirement. There's people that were forced to retire that don't have a lot, and there's some that have saved forever or made a successful business and sold it for millions of dollars. And they're driving around in brand new Corvette. Mosquitoes. I got mosquitoes here in Manitoba. They're driving around brand new Corvette, and you're driving around in a 1985 Ram pickup. But for you, the pickup is more practical than the Corvette, right? See what I'm saying? You do you. Don't compare yourself to somebody else because it's not going to work. You have your life experience. They have their life experience. So really, do you. Just do you. I never, ever have compared myself to somebody else. And the other thing is when you're comparing yourself to somebody else, instead of saying, oh, I wish I had that, be happy for the guy or girl. Say, hey, good for you. You're successful. You can drive a Corvette. Now, that's just an example, but you know what I'm saying. Be who you are, not who you think you should be. Ooh, that's pretty deep. Think about that one. Pause it. Think about it. Be who you are, not who you think you should be. And if you think you should be that and you want to be that and truly do, go get it. Nothing's stopping you. In retirement, you can be whatever you want. Might mean you have to go back to work. Yeah, there's lots of different ways to look at this, right? But the best thing for a happy retirement is be happy with what you have. Right? Do you. To repeat and repeat and repeat. Just do you. Don't compare yourself to somebody else because it's not going to work. They're going to maybe have inheritances that you don't have. There's going to be all kinds of stuff that they have that you don't have, right? It's just the way it is. I'm trying to swat the mosquitoes and talk at the same time. Not fun, but I'm going to get it done. So that's one thing. Another thing is buying stuff. Kind of downsize. I've kind of downsized in my photography. I had a big knapsack, like a camera bag on my back. I had 5 lenses. I had 2 cameras, extra battery packs, tripods, mini tripods. Now I've got an action camera and 1 bridge camera that does it all. I also have a Sony camera. I'm a camera guy. I also have a Sony ZV-1 camera for vlogging, and I want to use that more for street photography than anything else. But I got it all in one little bag. It's all in one little bag. I don't have a big bag anymore. I don't have like lenses to haul around. It just makes life easier when you don't have a whole bunch of crap that you're not going to use. So if you got, how do I explain this? Almost minimalize yourself, right? The more you have, the more you might want to use it, the more you're stressed that you haven't used it. If you haven't used it in a couple years, you probably aren't going to use it in a couple more years. I know it's nice to have it there, but really, is it going to be working? I have old cameras I'm going to be selling because I'm not using them anymore. And that includes the ones with the big long lenses and the knapsack. I'm just not going to use it anymore. I can go I'm always photobombed by bugs or squirrels. Last time I had an inchworm here. But anyway, minimize some of your stuff. You know, if you're not going to sell it, donate it to a charity. They're always looking for stuff. Do a positive thing for somebody in a charity. If you're not going to be using, if I don't sell my cameras and use the money for what I want, I'll probably donate them to charity or to kids around the neighborhood and say, hey, can you use this? encourage somebody to use something. So kind of minimalize all the stuff you have. And for some people, that's not easy. That's not easy, especially if you have a garage and you're a mechanic and stuff. Well, then you're going to be wanting all those tools for whatever car you're working on. And the third thing to help you be happy is just learn to say no. Set boundaries for yourself. Get into a routine. Get into a setup where, okay, when I wake up, I'm going to have a toast and jam or toast and coffee. And that's to start your day. And once you finish that, then you go on to your next task. You got to have structure, much like a dog needs structure. My dogs know when dinner time is, 7, noon, and 5, and they come get me. I don't have to go get them. They're smart dogs. But they like the structure. And then after that, they have a little nap while we check our emails to see if we missed anything. More than likely, we just got advertisements and, little stuff. Then she goes and takes the dog for a walk, and then we go on with our day. But if people are asking you, let's do this, why don't you do that? Well, just say no sometimes. Don't be scared to say no. You don't always have to say yes. You could just say, no, I don't feel like going, or I'm. Don't make an excuse. Just say, no, not this time. And you could be wanting to sit down and read a book, or sit down and play bone with your dog, or fetch, or whatever. Doesn't make any difference. Just set yourself some structure. Because I think what happens in retirement, when people retire and say they wish they hadn't, they don't have structure. Whereas when they were working, they would get up at 8 o'clock in the morning or 7 in the morning, 6 for the crazies. I'm not a morning person. They'd get up at 6 in the morning, have their coffee, shower, get in the car and go, right? Go to work, and they had their lunch at noon, and they had their structure. But when they retire, they don't have that structure. They don't have a set goal, if you will, daily goal, or they don't have any hobbies to look on. So set structure for yourself and set boundaries. Like, no, I can't do this at this time because but I'm available at that time. Can we do that at that time? So it's your time, not theirs. Work your schedule around you. When you're retirement, it's your time and should be your time. So hopefully those helped you. I got a couple videos up, one there and one over here, that could change your life if you watch it. Not really. It's just if you want to see some more retirement videos, check this one and check that one. And we're going to call this one done.